Good morning, and welcome to another Wingman workout where we practice our positivity. We practice raising our vibration, and we practice actually bringing in positive energy into our lives. Because if there's one thing we both know, and I know you know this as well as I do, that the more positive energy you send out, the more positive energy that comes back to you. It's just a matter of universal law. And I love that law, but so often we forget that law and allow ourselves to get into a negative head frame. And when we do, it's very easy for us to end up living in that negative energy and staying there for a long time. Like Ulysses on his Odyssey when he was on this, I think the island of the Sirens, and ended up staying, not the island of the Sirens, maybe, and ended up staying there for like 5 years without realizing it. We can end up staying in negative energy and living there without even realizing it for a long period of time. I find the best way to make certain that doesn't happen is to constantly practice positive energy. And when you get into a negative head frame, as is bound to happen, I mean, it's called life and everything goes on and it's a roller coaster and things come up that will knock you off track and bring you into a negative space. And I'm speaking this week after being in that negative space because I just had a kidney biopsy, as you know, if you've been following me. And so this week's been pretty, I've had some good pain going on. And it makes it that much more important to practice positivity. One of my favorite practices is to ask yourself, what am I to learn from this? What am I to learn from this? It's such a wonderful practice. I actually got it from Dr. Bernie Siegel, who's a mentor and friend and dog walking buddy. And I actually think he got it from Joseph Campbell. But wherever it came from, it's just a marvelous practice for you and I to do. Because when you ask yourself, what am I to learn from this? You start immediately sending your mind on a positive vibration because you're looking for something you may learn. And when you do that, even if you're in a negative space, it helps you inch by inch to move along on the path of positivity, to break that foothold of negative energy, or maybe to give yourself a foothold that you can stop the negative momentum from going downhill and start building back up for yourself. So it's a practice that I ask myself whenever I'm going through pain or whenever I'm going through hell or whenever a client, I pass that on to them as a great practice for when they're going through their periods of hell. And let's face it, like I say, in life, you're going to go through some negative times. And the game of life is being able to bounce back from those times. So join me and let's get this into our mind. Let's ask ourselves, what am I to learn from this? What am I to learn from this? Think about a situation you're having that's creating some negative energy around you and say to yourself, what am I to learn from this? What am I to learn from this? Join me. What am I to learn from this? What am I to learn from this? What am I to learn from this? What is there to learn from this? What am I to learn from this? What am I to learn from this? I thank you for joining me. That's been about 1 minute. As always, you can follow me on Facebook at Be Your Own Wingman, on YouTube at Be Your Own Wingman, or on Twitter at Wingman Michael. Have a great day. Learn from something and just keep your positive vibrations going. Thanks for joining me again. This is your Wingman Michael, signing off.